From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Chiefs. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bell.
Complete.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Packers' 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength He's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Packers' 5-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Chiefs 7, Packers nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
At the 28-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Packers.
On the counter, here's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. He'll drop this down to Williams. Past the 20. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Tackle made back at the 10-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes, the tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
On third and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
42-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board.
That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a first down carry by Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Aaron Jones.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the Packers' 28-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Chiefs 14. Packers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again. Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working from the gun. Rodgers. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Try to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
They'll take over.
That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Jones. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
4-yard.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Kansas City defense, tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. This will be caught just inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his favorite target, Travis Kelce, on the touchdown pass. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They're going to try and run. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tano Passanio. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Second down.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And now the Chiefs will bring the offense onto the field as he'll go for 2 here. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Being chased out left. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35. On first down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
26.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off right around the 43. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 43 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get the two. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised. But
Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
At the 19-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And 7.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
7-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second down.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as good running gets him to about the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Mahomes to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
To throw is Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
The City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Mahomes looking for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe